Hello, Washington County Republicans. My name's Matt Wolford, and I'm running for Commonwealth Court to push back on government overreach. I'll tell you a little bit about myself, and then I'll explain why I'm interested in serving on the court. I'm a lawyer in Erie, Pennsylvania. I've been practicing law for over 35 years. I've been married for over 32 years, and my wife and I have 4 children, all of whom are in their 20s and pursuing successful careers. I went to Penn State undergrad and Temple Law School in Philadelphia, where I began practicing law. I wanted to learn how to litigate, so I took a job with the Attorney General's office, Torts Litigation Section, and in that office I learned how to do civil litigation. I then transferred to Meadville, Pennsylvania, where I learned how to do criminal litigation as a state prosecutor. Following that, I transferred into the Department of Environmental Protection, where I learned environmental law and also administrative law, which are topics that come before the Commonwealth Court on a regular basis. I left the DEP about 25 years ago, and I've been fighting with them ever since. I focus on cases that oppose government overreach. I represent individuals, businesses, farmers, landowners, oil and gas companies, coal companies, anyone who has a problem with being overregulated by the government, and a lot of times, in my case, with the DEP in particular. Why am I interested in serving on the Commonwealth Court? The Commonwealth Court is a highly specialized court that deals with state and local government matters. It was created for that purpose. And so the Commonwealth Court is often called upon to make judgment calls between what is enough government and what is too much government. The way I've heard it put shorthand is the Superior Court protects people from each other, and the Commonwealth Court protects people from the government. So when you properly view that, if you're interested in preserving private property rights and personal freedoms, you want to come down on the side of the people instead of the government. That's why I'm interested in serving on the court. I'm very interested in preserving private property rights and personal freedoms because that's what separates this country from communist countries. We have an important election coming up this fall. The Commonwealth Court composition currently is 4 Republicans and 4 Democrats. Depending on who wins in the fall, we're either going to have a Republican-controlled court or a Democrat-controlled court. I will tell you that if the Democrats take control of the court, they will side with government every time because they view the government as being the solution to all of our problems. I'm a Reagan Republican. I think government a lot of times is part of the problem. We have a primary coming up, which is also very important. When you're considering who to vote in the primary, what you need to think about is who's more likely to win in the general election. I have more experience, I have more qualifications, and I was ranked highly by the Pennsylvania Bar Association. They have 3 rankings. One's highly recommended, one's recommended, and one's not recommended. I'm highly recommended, and my opponent was not recommended. That will play, I think, in the general election because the Democrat opponent is also highly recommended. So as you approach voting in the primary, please consider who's more likely to be electable in the fall. Thank you very much for your time, and I appreciate your support.